How should one conduct themselves, say, at a fencing match? Is it like a tennis match where you respect the participants and you give them complete silence so they can concentrate and only applaud at certain intervals of the event, i.e. a touch? How does one conduct themselves?
One conducts himself similar to a tennis tournament. I think that right now everyone's a little quiet because it's the beginning of the match. These things usually get pretty heated up, and you will hear a lot of cheering, a lot of noise, a lot of team spirit, a lot of team camaraderie. I think regardless, though, you will see, and I would hope in every sport, a certain amount of respect. You want to beat the heck out of your opponent, and you're especially when you put that mask on, you are fighting. You are fighting to get a touch, and you are reenacting a duel. Once again, this is about life and death. So you want to see that sucker go down, because if you don't make them go down, they're going to make you go down, and that means death. So they fight hard, but there is respect for each of the opponents. This is going to be a pretty exciting little match right here.
You know, we have to our right for Notre Dame is Claudette de Bruin, wearing number 108. For Fairleigh Dickinson is Melanie Jones, wearing 118, Terrence. So Melanie Jones for FDU to the left of your screen against Claudette de Bruin to the right of your screen, representing Notre Dame. Fairleigh Dickinson won the first match in this bronze medal matchup.
These are both two very experienced fencers. Melanie Jones has been on a number of junior world championship teams. In fact, I was on a junior world championship team with her. Claudette de Bruin actually also fences épée, and she's a champion in her own weapon. These two fencers are very good. They're very fast. They are really going to be fighting hard with each other. So let's look for a pretty good match right here. Now, you're going to see each of these fencers move back and forth. There is a beautiful touch scored by Melanie. Beautiful. You see that red light? Once again, that red light means that Melanie scored a touch. That is 1-1. So far we have a close match. There, Melanie made a parry riposte. She blocked the blade away from her being thrusted so that she wasn't killed and hit the other girl.
Parry riposte. Slow it down for me. What's that?
Parry riposte. Once again, if I make a thrust towards your target, meaning if I'm trying to hit your chest, if you block that thrust, if you prevent me from hitting your target, that is called a parry. So think of the parry as a block. It's like you block a punch, you block a boxer blocks a punch, or a kicker in Taekwondo would block a kick. The fencers are blocking the blade from hitting them. After the fencer has blocked a hit from hitting them, they now can try to make a thrust towards their opponent's target. So we say parry, which is the block, and riposte, which is French. We use French in the sport because that's where our sport began. There's a riposte for Melanie Jones right there. So the fencer makes riposte after they have blocked the attack by their opponent.
Melanie Jones 4 for Fairleigh Dickinson. Claudette de Bruin 1. And that is it.
That was a nice touch. That's 2-4, actually.
2-4. That touch goes to Claudette de Bruin. And you can see the disappointment on Melanie Jones's face. Let's talk reach now. I'm 6'2", fairly thin in my good days, but I have a long reach. Uncoordinated, but I have a long reach. Say you're 5'11", I have a distinct advantage over you, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Someone who's a little longer, who's got long arms, and who's tall is going to be harder to hit. Just means it takes you that much longer actually to get to the target. So oftentimes you'll see taller fencers leaving their weapon arm straight and making it really difficult for their opponent to get to the target. So in which case, the smaller opponent will have to try to remove that blade away to get to the target.
This is a broadside right now, Terrence.
Yeah, 5-3. There we go. Melanie won that bout. That was a good bout. It was a very good bout. So Notre Dame now is down 2-0. We're going to have to begin to see them rally back. They don't want to give too much momentum to this FDU. FDU, it's interesting to note that they were actually in at-large bid, meaning that they were not immediately qualifying for this tournament, and but they did receive kind of a wild card like we have in many sports. They received the wild card, and they have really surprised everyone. They have fenced like demons in the last 2 days, and they're really showing right now that they deserve to be here. They're ahead against a very seasoned and a couple times NCAA champion Notre Dame team. So FDU has really proven that they belong to be here, and it's good to see.
For the viewers at home, they've heard of Fairleigh Dickinson. Where is it?
Fairleigh Dickinson is in New Jersey. I believe it's an all-women's college. I apologize if I'm incorrect about that. Someone's shaking their head. I think I am incorrect about that. But it is in the New Jersey area.
So right now we're getting ready for the third bout in this match between Notre Dame and Fairleigh Dickinson. Notre Dame will be fencing to the right of your screen. To the left of your screen will be Fairleigh Dickinson. For Notre Dame, it will be Mindi Kalogera on the right of your screen. On the left, it's either Setinay, Dokegan, or Jennifer Murray. We have to get the number. It looks like it's Setinay or Dokegan.
I think it is Setinay. One thing, Notre Dame is hurting a little bit because one of their best fencers is ineligible for this tournament at the last minute. We're not quite sure what the politics are or why this fencer is ineligible, but they have their top fencer is from Budapest, is from Hungary. In fact, I spent a year in Budapest and trained at this women's club and fenced frequently with her. She really was the stronghold for their team. Her name is Panimani, and unfortunately she's not fencing for them. Okay, in that last action we had attack from our left, and the right made a parry riposte. So even though there were two lights on, even though there was a green and a red light, the referee determined that the left had made an attack, and the right person blocked that attack and then made a thrust herself. So the score is now 1-0 for Notre Dame.
These NCAA officials are well-dressed. So we're looking at it right now. How do you decide now, Terrence, who fights who, okay? And who goes first?
Each of these teams puts together an order. They flip a coin at the beginning of the match so that they can strategically line up their lineups so that they can have their, say, number 1 fencer fence the other team's number 4 fencer first to maybe try to get ahead to a lead quickly. And then each of these fencers, assuming that the match goes the entire length, 4 fencers on one team, 4 fencers on the other team will each fence each other once. So it's sort of like a round robin. There we have FDU finally gets on the scoreboard in this match to make it 1-3.
Yeah, Mindi Kalogera has had all of the going here. Just then, Setinay Dokegan is...
Tough name to pronounce.
It is a tough name to pronounce when it's all syllables and no vowels. Right. But she's coming back now. As she did what you said, riposte right there.
Block right there. Watch the body language. Once again, let me remind you to pick a fencer. Let's watch a fencer. Let's watch the fencer on the right who's winning right now because she's doing something right to be winning. There, she made a block. She did not get a light on. She did not hit the target, but she blocked the fencer from FDU's attack. Now, in that case, FDU fencer made an attack, and the fencer on the right just reacted to the attack. They tried to duck, they tried to hit, they tried to make the fencer miss, but it was the FDU's fencer. Oh, beautiful touch, beautiful touch. Mindi on our right made an attack that landed. She's now up 4-2.
This is quite a match we're seeing.
Yeah, and looks like Notre Dame gets on the scoreboard with its first victory in this team match to make it 2-1. Mindi fenced a really nice bout there. Just pretty clearly controlled it. Just pretty controlled it.
So it is Mindi Kalogera 5 from Notre Dame and Setinay Dokegan 2. It is 2-1, Fairleigh Dickinson. And I believe, is this the final match?
No, this is not the final match. Once again, we will go up to a total of 9. The first team with 9 victories, and/or if it gets tied at 8-8, meaning that there are a total of 16 possible matches in this match. Right now, it's 2-1, and we're getting ready to enter into the 4th bout of this match.
Well, they send Corinne Dougherty back, who defeated Pierette Kalter. Check that Corinne was defeated by Pierette Kalter.
Right. Now you can the fencers are testing. They test each other's weapons at the beginning of the match to make sure that the metallic vest is working properly. They salute each other, which, as I said, is out of respect for one another. And the director, you'll hear the director say, "Fence." He'll ask the fencers, "Are you ready?" And they will, if they don't respond or if they say yes, the official or the referee, which is Andy Shaw from Los Angeles tonight, directing this match, will say fence.
Jennifer Murray is representing Fairleigh Dickinson. On the left of your screen, Corinne Dougherty, representing Notre Dame. Corinne Dougherty had a match earlier against Pierette Kalter, and she was defeated soundly 5-1.
Yeah, so let's see if she's able to fence a little bit better in this match. She's got a tough opponent. And we'll see if she's able to do a little better. Oh, the fencer falls down. That touch will not count because she lost her balance.
This is a bronze medal match.
That's correct. This is for the bronze medal. In a few minutes, we will see the gold medal match. Really is going to be exciting. We have some international talent here that's extraordinary. We have 2 fencers from the Soviet Union that will be fencing for Penn State. I think you're really going to enjoy that match between Penn State and Penn. At the moment, we've got, we're still back here. FDU is commanding a one bout lead against Notre Dame, 2-1.
Well, Jennifer Murray to the left, taking the attack to Corinne Dougherty. Oh!
Making a block. Good touch. Let's see how the official is going to call that one. I will not make the call yet. I'll let him make the call. So he is calling that as FDU, Jennifer making the attack, and Notre Dame making a parry or blocking that initial attack and making a riposte. All right, it's 1-0 for Notre Dame in this match. So it looks like she's fencing a little better this time.
Yeah, and Corinne is doing a good job, although Jennifer Murray is taking the match to her. It's Corinne, as you said, doing the riposte.
Right. Now you can see that the Notre Dame fencer is right there at the end of the strip. There's an off-target light. You'll notice that these fencers really are trying to move as aggressively as possible. This is a very aggressive sport, so usually the person who's the most aggressive is going to be the one who scores the touch in most instances. So there's a lot of vying for who's going to control, who's going to be the aggressor.
It's a 1-1 score. Jennifer Murray from FDU to your left. Corinne Dougherty from Notre Dame on your right. This is the 1994 NCAA Fencing Championships. This is a bronze medal team match in the women's foil.
And once again, we're really happy and surprised to see FDU here. They were the wild card, as I said earlier, and so far in this match, they are really proving that they belong here. They really earned this spot, so we're happy to see them here. So now this is a pretty close match. It's still just 1-1, and Notre Dame is right there at that end of the strip. If she could just push her off, folks, she would get a touch. Okay, an off-target is scored. If you'll notice, let's look at the Notre Dame fencer who is in that box with the graded hatch pattern in it. If she goes at the end of, both feet go off of that strip, at the end, the FDU fencer will win a touch, will earn a touch. So she's trying to fight her way out of that box, but FDU right now has really got her cornered in that box. Let's see if she can get out.
So the timing once again, Terrence, how long could this bout go for?
This bout could go for actually over 4 minutes. What happens is that at the end of 3 minutes, the fencers receive a warning, and they then fence for another minute. If the score is tied at the end of that minute, which at that point would have 4 minutes would have elapsed in the match. If the score is still tied, it's sudden death. The next person to score a touch will win. If the score is not tied, let's say, for example, the score is 2-1, the fencer with the lead will then win the bout.
The free hand, the hand that is ungloved and held away from the body, is that ever open for touch as well? Tell me how that is, and do you have to hide it?
Excellent question. You'll see that these fencers hold their unarmed hand, meaning the weapon that there is not a weapon in, off to the side. This hand is not a valid target area. In fact, if this arm comes in front of the metallic vest, the fencer will receive a warning for what is called covering target, meaning that they are unfairly blocking their opponent from being able to hit the metallic vest, which is how the fencer scores a valid target. They use the hand really for balance to keep themselves on balance.
Jennifer Murray makes it a 2-1 match now over Corinne Dougherty. And Fairleigh Dickinson with a 2-1 lead in the matches.
Oh, nice attack.
And a
really nice attack there from Notre Dame. Just a commanding. If you would see that, she made a beat on the blade and then went straight into the target. Nice deep penetration. It was a great touch. There's a pair of posts. She dropped her target. Referee's calling it. Doesn't look like FDU is going to be happy with this call. This is an excellent official. It's a very difficult job.
This guy knows his stuff, folks. We'll get his name. But he knows his fencing. He's a very...
Okay, well, it looks like FDU was not real happy with that call, but I'd have a hard time disagreeing with the way the referee called that one. Looked like a good call to me. So she settles back in, and let's see if she's going to let that bother her. Once again, this is really a very mental sport. You're right in there, hand-on-hand, combat with the person that you're fencing. Staying calm and staying in control is important. Looks like she's a little too anxious. Can see her hitting her weapon on the strip. She's very anxious to fence now. Sometimes that lack of self-control can get you in trouble in a match like this.
4-2, Corinne Dougherty for Notre Dame. We talked about horizontal movement. Tell me a nice touch there. It is over. Corinne Dougherty from Notre Dame. 5 to Jennifer Murray, 2. It is 2-2 now in matches. Notre Dame and Fairleigh Dickinson deadlock. Before we get in and analyze the next match and the previous match, tell me about the strip. We talked about horizontal movement. The width of the strip, Terrence, can you utilize that to your advantage, even though it is a very narrow strip? Tell me about that.
Fencers will sometimes use the side of the strip. It is, for the most part, it is a two-dimensional sport, meaning that they just really move up and down, meaning that's the only way that they move. The sides of the strip, if the fencer goes off to the side of the strip, the director will call a halt. They cannot score a touch unless they are actually on the strip. In this weapon, you don't see a lot of side-to-side movement. There's really no advantage gained by moving from side to side. That's why you'll see the fencers fence pretty much straight on. Tomorrow and in the days to come, when we watch épée, you'll see a little bit more side-to-side movement, and we can explain at that point why they do that sort of thing.
Okay, so we have Claudette Bruin from Notre Dame. Claudette lost her first match to Melanie Jones, and she will face from Fairleigh Dickinson, Pierette Kalter, who defeated Corinne Dougherty in the opening match. It's 2-2, folks.
Here we go. I'd like to also bring your attention. First, we do have this match going on for the bronze medal. Pierette is now down 1-0. Her opponent is really tough once again, Claudette Bruin. I'd like to also bring your attention over to now the gold medal match, which is getting ready to start up. Once again, fencing for the gold medal match is going to be Penn State University, which will be on our right, and to our left will be Penn, University of Pennsylvania. In our first bout, we have Jennifer Peripheral from Penn State University fencing Ann Gaeta. Ann Gaeta, you might want to note, is a local girl. She graduated from Concord Carlisle High School. In fact, I know that her coach is off here to my left watching her with bated breath to see how she's going to do against this tough team.
So we have, on one side, we have Penn State versus Pennsylvania. So the Keystone rivalry here.
And our official for this match is Greg Masialis. He himself was a two-time Olympian. He is one of the best directors in the world, so these teams are very lucky right now to have him as a referee. Once again, Jennifer made an attack, and Ann Gaeta from the University of Pennsylvania made a block, made a parry as we call it, and scoring the first touch. Ann Gaeta is winning 1-0 in the first match.
Yeah, gold medal matchup.
So you can see Jennifer now trying to become a little bit more aggressive. Ann Gaeta has taken a very calm, very defensive approach in this first bout. They're just sort of feeling each other out. You might want to imagine that the two fencers on the strip that you watch fence, there's Ann scoring the second touch in the match. That makes it 2-0. If you think of both of these fencers as one being a cat and one being a mouse, meaning that the cat is after the mouse. In this case, with Ann advancing on the strip, she looks like the cat. Now Jennifer is marching. And as Jennifer tried to take a step forward, Ann was so quick she scored a touch. That's that red light for Ann.
As Terrence mentioned, Ann Gaeta from Pennsylvania on your left, she is the predator, and Jennifer Peripheral from Penn State is the prey. She's on your right.
And once again, the score here in this bout is 3-0. Ann is getting Penn off to a good start against this tough team. And Jennifer is slowly trying to push her into that hatch pattern, trying to push her off the strip. And Jennifer is the aggressor, making the attack, putting that green light on, hitting Ann Gaeta, and making the score 1-3 at this point.
Just updating you, and Peter, you don't have a pen, but updating you on the Fairleigh Dickinson Notre Dame match is still locked at 2. It is Kalter and Bruin still going at it. Bruin with a 3-2 lead.
Back here at the gold medal strip, we have Ann Gaeta has really commanded a lead in this first bout. She blocks Jennifer Peripheral's attack, and she hit off target. Too bad, meaning that she did not hit the metallic vest. Penn will be real happy. And Penn wins the first bout, 5-1. Really commanding bout there for Ann Gaeta. excellent first bout for Penn. Looking good against this strong team to start off.
So maybe, Peter, while they prep the next match, we can pan to the right, where Notre Dame and Fairleigh Dickinson are still going at it, Terrence.
Yeah, it looks like we have a 3-3 match, which is now 4-3. It looks like De Bruin just scored the last touch. There's Pierette making an attack that lands off target. Once again, De Bruin is on your right as she is towards the end of the strip. Oh! And De Bruin blocks Pirouette's attack, but is unable to get her point onto the metallic vest and score a touch.
Terrence, I'd like to thank Peter Boriskin, our cameraman and director, doing a fine job panning here. This match is over. It is taken by Notre Dame, and Notre Dame now takes a 3-2 lead in this bronze medal match.
That's great for Notre Dame. Looks like they're back in control of this match. Looks like they are trying to rally back against FDU and now are commanding a small lead. Over here in the gold medal match, we have Olga Chernyak. Olga last weekend fenced in a U.S. circuit event, which is how we select our team for World Championships, and if it's an Olympic year, how we select our teams for the Olympic Games. Olga is a recent she has just become a citizen of the United States. Welcome to U.S., Olga.
Where is she from in the former Soviet Union?
I am not sure. I believe her family was from Leningrad. I could be wrong about that. But she just won the U.S. circuit event last weekend. In fact, she beat her teammate, Olga, who's also from the Soviet Union, so it was kind of an Olga, Penn State type of match for first place. You'll notice how smoothly and confidently Olga Chernyak, who's on her right, moves. She really takes her time to set up her touches. Very experienced, very well trained. She's received some of the best training in the world when she was in the Soviet Union. Penn State is very lucky to have her on their team. Just to keep you up to date, over here in the bronze medal match, there's no score in the next bout. Notre Dame gets on the scoreboard in this bout.
Terrence, I couldn't get a number. Who is Olga Chernyak fencing with from Pennsylvania?
I believe she is fencing she is fencing Rachel Iannacone. Yes, she's fencing Rachel. So watch just how actually like a cat Olga is. She makes it look so easy. She really does. She starts very slowly, and then all of a sudden will accelerate and explode into her opponent. Really nice to watch her fence, folks. Really nice to watch her fence. Okay, Rachel makes an attack that Olga is able to block, but is unable to then score a touch after blocking Rachel's attack.
Meanwhile, on the strip number 2, the bronze medal strip, it is Setinay Dokegan for Fairleigh Dickinson, taking on Kim Arndt from Notre Dame. It is 1-0 Kim Arndt in that match, 3-2 Notre Dame on the bronze medal strip.
And back here over at the gold medal, Rachel is in that box. She's pretty close to the end of the strip. Olga is definitely thinking about maybe pushing her off if she can, push her off the cliff, but she's going to take her time if she actually does it. She doesn't want to rush it. Moving real smoothly here.
We talked about the southpaw. Olga, a southpaw.
Olga is definitely a southpaw, and that makes it really tough to hit her. Not only is she good, but she is a southpaw, and it's just hard to get in. It's hard to get through that strong parry. Once again, for a left-hander, they are easily able to block a thrust that goes towards their target. There is Olga making an aggressive offensive action, which landed on Rachel's leg. The leg, once again, is not valid target in foil. Therefore, that white light went off, indicating that an invalid hit was scored.
Well, over on the bronze medal match, Kim Arndt from Notre Dame has a 2-1 lead over Setinay Dokegan from Fairleigh Dickinson. That match, once again, 3-2.
Back here, the score is still 1-0 for Rachel. Olga is having some problems here in the early going. Oh, there scores a nice attack, just showing what she's made of there. Rachel's fencing an excellent bout. She's moving really well. She's keeping her distance, making it hard for Olga just to be able to attack or hit her. So Olga's going to have to be a little bit more clever in this bout. Rachel's fencing a great match here. The coach Rachel scoring in a touch with an attack. Once again, Rachel started an aggressive action. Olga was unable to block it, and even though there were 2 lights on the machine, Rachel was the one to start that aggressive action, so she scores the touch. And she's ahead. And actually, I'm sorry, in this match, the score is 2-2. 2-2 in this match between Olga and Rachel. Over here in the bronze medal, it's still 3-1 for Notre Dame, 3-1 for the fencer from Notre Dame, and 1 for the fencer from FDU. Oh! Makes an attack. It's blocked. There is no touch scored, however. There are no lights on the machine. No one actually hit the target area.
If you just joined us, you're watching the 1994 NCAA Fencing Championships from the Gosman Center on the campus of Brandeis University in Waltham, Massachusetts. My name is John Horrigan. I'm joined by Terrence Gargiulo and also by Peter Boriskin, our cameraman. Special thanks to Jack Malloy. You're watching the gold medal match right now. Olga Chernyak, an expatriate from the Soviet Union, fencing on your right, against Rachel Iannacone from Pennsylvania on your left.
Once again, for those of you who've joined us, I'd just like to stress again that what you are watching is the NCAA Championships. What's going on in basketball is the same thing that's happening here at fencing, local, right here in Waltham at the Gosman Sports Center. Olga's a little frustrated here. Rachel's just fencing a great bout. She's got it tied up 3-3. Rachel's really got her a little frustrated. Olga's trying to figure out now how she's gonna score the next touch, and you can see how carefully each fencer is moving, trying to set up the touch.
Right now, Kim Arndt is leading Dokegan 4-3 in the bronze medal match.
And back here at the gold medal match, Olga does score that touch. She made a parry and a riposte, making the score 4-3. So Rachel's going to have to score 2 touches here if she's going to be able to win the bout against the experienced Olga Chernyak from the Soviet Union.
Notre Dame has just gone up 4-2 over Fairleigh Dickinson as Kim Arndt defeats Setinay Dokegan from Fairleigh Dickinson 4-2 in the matches.
And back here, Chernyak is really taking her time. Oh! And Rachel makes an attack, which is just not good enough against that experienced Olga. Olga blocks that attack and scores a riposte, putting that green light on and winning that bout 5-3. But Rachel definitely gave her a hard time.
And you just thought it was a matter of time before, I guess, the Cobra got the field mouse, because, as you said, Rachel hung in there like a champion against this proven champion.
Yeah, you know, there's an expression my old coach used to say: it takes a lifetime to learn how to fence and a lifetime to fence. You know, this sport is really a lot about experience. And while many of the fencers may be close in skill levels, many of them have different levels of experience. And in a match like this, experience really plays a factor. And Olga definitely showed it in that bout.
Corinne Dougherty getting ready for her 3rd matchup here in the bronze medal strip. She's fencing Melanie Jones.
Once again, Melanie's really strong fencer here. Touch is scored, making that match 1-1. Melanie just got hit. Should be a pretty good. Meanwhile, over here with Penn State. Penn State scores the first touch in that match. We have Megumi Sakaji fencing from Pennsylvania, and fencing for Penn State is Sibyl Goldstein. Sibyl Goldstein for Penn State. Oh, nice parry riposte for Miss Goldstein, making the score 2-0. The match score once again here in the gold medal match is 1-1. And Gaeta won the first bout, fenced a beautiful bout. Oh, Goldstein scoring with the aggressive action there, making an attack, and the opponent is unable to respond quickly enough to block it, therefore getting hit. The score is 3-0 for Miss Goldstein. Oh, Miss Sakiaki makes an attack which misses. Miss Goldstein ducked, she making her miss.
Yep, Megumi Sakaji from the University of Pennsylvania, fencing on your left. On the right of your screen, from Penn State, is Sibyl Goldstein.
And once again, the referee for this match is Jeff Buchans. Jeff Buchans is a member of many of our World Championship teams. Once again, the level of officiating here is very, very good.
Over on the bronze medal strip, it is 2-2. The fighters are Jones from Fairleigh Dickinson versus Dougherty from Notre Dame. It is 4-2 Notre Dame in the bronze medal matchup.
And back here, The score is 4-1. Miss Goldstein has gotten hit once, but she's pretty much commanding this bout thus far. And you can see that, and Miss Goldstein makes a parry riposte, which is off target. And the official is asking the fencer to move a little bit. They're not allowed to start too close, otherwise that would give a fair disadvantage. And that was an attack off target for University of Pennsylvania. Oh, and Miss Goldstein scores the winning touch there to win that bout 5-1, making it 2-1 for Penn State.
Yeah, Sibyl had all of the going there over Megumi Sakaji from University of Pennsylvania.